So this morning, I woke up, opened my phone, and read a message that literally made me tear up in the middle of a public cafe. It was a post from one of the guys inside the Unhooked Academy community. The night before, he had done something that took just about everything he had. He told his wife about a recent relapse after 6 months of sobriety. Today, I'm breaking down what happened and what this guy's story reveals about the real prison that we're living in when we choose to hide. So, stay tuned. So, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Jeremy Lipkowitz. I am a meditation teacher, men's coach, and founder of Unhooked Academy. And this episode is a natural follow-up from the previous episode I did, which was talking about how to tell your partner that you've had a slip, how to have that conversation and open up. So if you haven't listened to that episode, I'd recommend go checking that out first. It gives some helpful context. But I wanted to record this episode today, just a short one, because it's so powerful. When I read this post from this community member, it literally had me in tears. And so I wanted to share it with all of you, hopefully to provide some inspiration and some hope for you out there struggling with the same thing. So, as I mentioned earlier, a member of the group recently talked about his struggle, about how to share a recent relapse with his wife. And in the community, as we always do, we open up for support, accountability, for check-ins. And so in the community call a couple days ago, we gave him support and offered him guidance and encouragement. And his plan was to have the talk with his wife later that night. And in his talking about it, in his sharing about his struggle and his concerns, you could tell that he was afraid. He was really worried about this conversation, about telling her the truth. And one of the other members of the community asked him and said, what are you most afraid of? What are you really most afraid of here? And he said that what he's really afraid of is that she'll say, that's it. I want a divorce. I've given you enough chances. And we all felt how deep that fear was. We felt it viscerally. It was palpable. You could sense how sincere he was in that fear. And so our hearts went out to him. We really felt for him in that moment. But he went forward courageously. He decided to live in integrity, to not hide the truth from his partner, but to be honest and to have that conversation and say, hey, I had a slip and I just want to be honest with you. And this morning I woke up and I read a comment that he posted in the community. And what he said, it brought tears to my eyes. And so I wanted to share this with you, with his permission, of course. So here is what he wrote in the community. The title of the post was, Thank you. Thank you for the call yesterday. I had to talk with my wife, and the most unexpected thing imaginable happened. She wasn't mad. She wasn't angry. She wasn't disappointed. She was thankful that I had come to her and not let her find out about it. It was a long conversation, and for the first time, I felt that I wasn't being shamed or judged, and it was mostly because I wasn't shaming or judging myself. I'm so thankful for all the support, all the tips. I felt you guys speaking through me, and it felt good. I had imagined just the worst possible outcome in my mind and was completely taken aback to find out that her response was completely different. In the end, I recognized that my mental dialogue and the story in my head is just that, a story I tell myself, a defense mechanism to not take the risk, to not feel rejection, to not feel judged, shamed, unloved. And I take away the chance for the other person to respond. So I'm glad to have taken that step forward. I feel more motivated and committed than ever. I was putting the standard of perfect sobriety on myself and told myself that it was my wife who expected that from me. But it was me all along. Figures. I still have to own my slip and take the necessary steps to plug the holes and slippery slopes that can still lead me to another slip. I've deleted my alternate Facebook account, scheduled to delete in 27 days. I will add more sites onto my porn blocker today that led me to the slip. I commit to honesty, to checking in with the group and with my wife, onwards and upwards. So I just wanted to share that with all of you because, again, it was so impactful to see how much fear he had going into that, how much anxiety and insecurity he felt about the conversation and how she might respond. And to realize that when he led with honesty and integrity, it was totally not what he imagined. That his wife was happy that he brought it to him, that he was taking ownership of it. And so, just a reminder for those of you out there, you don't have to hide and you don't have to be perfect. All you have to do is to commit to living in integrity as best as you can. And, some caveats there, it might not always go as amazing as that. You might have that conversation with your partner and she might get upset or angry or she might be disappointed. And that's okay also. But just the realization here is that the commitment to integrity is the best path forward. Even if it causes harm, even if it makes someone feel pain or disappointment, committing to integrity is the thing that's going to solve this issue for you. It's going to lead to your freedom. So I wanted to share that with you. Hopefully, it gives you some motivation, some inspiration to live with integrity in your own journey. So that's it for today, folks. Just a short one. I wanted to come on quickly and record that because it's just so fresh and so powerful. So I hope you guys are all doing well out there. I'll catch you guys on the next episode.